Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, boys. I hope you guys are fine. Thank you so much for joining my class. Let us go through all the important points that we have learned in today's lesson. It was the fourth lesson of first unit on page number 12 of your learner book, Penfriends. As I told you during the class that who are the pen friends, and I asked you some question that do you write letters, why do you write letters, and who do you write them to, and do you have a pen friend? Who is a pen friend? A pen friend is the one a person to whom you communicate by writing a letters, right? Even though you are living here in Taif and your pen friend, he is living in Australia, right? So you are communicating with each other by writing the letters. So let us see that here is a letter on this page. Camila, you see a picture of a girl. She's writing a letter to her pen friend, right? So after reading this letter, we will be able to answer these questions as well. Where does Camila live and what does she like doing? In this letter, Camila is introducing herself in the first paragraph. If you see, hi, my name is Camila and I'm from Patagonia in Argentina. Let us see the picture of Patagonia as I also showed you during the class. It's a very beautiful city. See, it's a very beautiful, full of natural resources, the mountains, water, the snow, greenery, right? So here she lives. Patagonia is in Argentina. And where is Argentina? It's in South America. So I live with my family. Now she's telling her about the family. I live with my family. Who are the family members? My mom, dad, and my two brothers. And where they live in a nice house in the country. What does it mean, country? Country is a village side, right? Usually. The countryside is the village side where you will not find, the huge structures and the big buildings, the tall buildings, you will not find there. The country is usually a green place, a lush green place, countryside. So in the first paragraph, what did we see? That she's telling us where she lives, what's her name, the first line, where she lives, and where it is located. And then she also telling us about her family. In the second paragraph, she is telling her friend about her daily routine. That during the week, as I told you, what does it mean, week? Weekdays are usually the working days, like from Sunday till Thursday. It's a week. Then the week ends at Thursday, and the weekend start on Friday, and Saturday is a weekend, right? So during the weekdays, she gets up. She gets up at 8 o'clock in the morning. A.M. is a morning time, right? AM finishes at 12 o'clock during the day. After 12 o'clock, uh, you know, PM starts. After 12 o'clock till the 6 p.m., we call it afternoon. After 6 p.m., we call this time an evening time, right? So during the week, I get up at 8 a.m. AM, 8 a.m. means in the morning at 8 o'clock. I have breakfast and then I get dressed. I go to a local school which is 5 minutes from my house. Okay, I hope you're understanding because her school, as she says, only 5 minutes away from her house. And usually they cycle towards school with her brother, right? Both of them, they go to school on cycle. But in the winter times, as there's a lot of snow, so they used to walk towards their school because during when there's a lot of snow, so it will become difficult for them to go on cycle. After school, what she does, she completes her homework and then she help her dad to feed the animal. As you know, on the countryside, usually the people they have animals, different types of animals, the goats, camels, bulls, cows. So after finishing her homework, she also helps her dad. And if she has time, she also help her parents, mom and dad, to cook the dinner as well. I love cooking, especially cakes. Okay, so in the second paragraph, she was telling us about her daily routine, that what she does during all the day. In the third paragraph, she's telling about her activities, the things she really liked to do during the leisure time, the free time. My family and I do a lot of outdoor activities. As I told you, that what does it mean, outdoor activities? Outdoor activities when you go out, for example, for picnic, for trekking, for camping, right? And what does it mean, indoor activities? For example, if you're playing video game inside of your house, if you're playing any other game which you can play inside of your house, right? That's called the indoor activities. So I like trekking and I play tennis too. As I showed you, tracking. Let me show you the picture. Now, this is called tracking. When you are, going towards the mountains or an elevated place, see, they are tracking on the mountains. This is called tracking. And tennis, I think you are aware of this game because in the last lesson, we saw the tennis as well. I'm quite good at it, means she is quite good. She's excel at tracking and playing tennis. My brother take after my dad. As I told you, what does it mean, take after? It's a phrasal verb which we have gone through before in the previous lesson. So his brother is following her dad, take after him, and you are exactly doing the same thing as your family member they do. For example, your mother, dad. So they love fishing. They fish every Sunday at a nearby lake. Right? What does it mean, lake? And what does it mean, fishing? Fishing means when you are going to catch the fishes. And lake is this. It's quite smaller than the river, right? So we call it a lake. When a small piece of water is flowing usually between the mountains, or lake can be anywhere. So, by the way, this is the picture of a lake, so for your better understanding. My mom prefers gardening. What does it mean, gardening? Let me show you. Gardening is basically related to the planting, when you are taking care of the plants. See, this is called gardening. When you are giving water, when you're cutting, stems and you're taking care of the plants, this is called gardening. See, it's gardening. It's gardening. What they're doing, it's called gardening when you are taking care of the plants in your garden. The words the gardening derived from the garden. Okay. So her mom prefers gardening to play sports. Means she doesn't like sports, and she likes to do gardening. Although she wants to start yoga classes in the autumn. Yoga, as we all aware of, this is a healthy activity, and autumn is a season. The seasons like summer, winter. So autumn is also a season. It's a bit dry season. This type of season is called autumn. Okay, so write and tell me about your family and where you live. I hope to hear from you soon from Cami, she writes is the short form of Camila. Right? So that's the letter. Camila, she's writing to her pen friend. What I would suggest you guys to write a letter to your pen friends, or just imagine that you have pen friends and you are writing them the letter, right? So you can take help how you'll be writing a letter to your pen friends. The first of all, you can introduce yourself, the place where you live, and then you can tell them about your daily routine, and you can the and you can tell your friend about your activities you really like to do, right? That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next class, and the next class we'll finish inshallah this lesson. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Goodbye.